Hello, my name is Adeline Benoit, and I did my research project on the Scopes trials, and I presented it how it actually happened, and then I kind of gave my own look on it and presented how it would be if the trial happened today. I'm not going to touch on that as much as I am what got this trial started, and then things that happened after the trial that we still look at today, which is really what stuck out to me about my whole project. So how it began was the drugstore conspiracy, which really was a casual conversation with a bunch of men sitting at Robinson's drugstore right downtown in Dayton. And they realized Scopes was guilty of teaching evolution, which he really wasn't. They just said that he was, or he didn't really admit to it or not. So that kind of started up. They realized, hey, we can do something with this, and they got him to participate in the trial, which started the whole publicity stunt, blew it up a lot bigger than it should have been, and in the end the whole trial was illegal anyway, so he was fined $100 and then they went on with it. So now going to look at the Epperson versus Arkansas trial, which was 43 years later, which is a really long time to kind of get back into the Scopes trials and the teaching of evolution. But this one actually led to the removal of the Butler Act, which was what Scopes was guilty of, the teaching of evolution in school. It was illegal. So Epperson was another teacher who was accused of teaching evolution, just like Scopes was, but they ruled in favor of her and defended her, and she won her trial, which wasn't as big. That's really not something that people know about as much as the trial was, because it was all blown up, once again, probably like it should not have been. Now, looking at kind of something that is used today in schools, and it has to pass what is called the Lemon Test. So what this is it determines whether state actions violate the First Amendment. So there's 3 prongs that go along with it. And this is a quote that I have in my PowerPoint, and it says, the act must have a bona fide secular purpose. That's the first one. 2, the act's principle or primary effect must be one that neither advances nor inhabits religion. So it can't teach Christianity. And then 3rd, the act must not result in excessive entanglement with religion. Basically saying that Christianity in schools not okay anymore, which is completely opposite as how it was back then, which I find super interesting, is that how much times have changed, where back then evolution was so illegal to teach that people were getting fined and stuff for it, but now if it's taught in school, it's completely normal and people don't think twice about it. And then I kind of found it very interesting how Brian stood up for creationism, which is something that really takes a lot to do, especially when he knew that people weren't really on his side, and he really didn't even know what he was talking about, but he still took the time to stand up for what he believed in, which is something that we should do more of, I think. So those are the things that stuck out to me most in my research, and I hope that possibly someone else learned something from this too. Thanks.